Good afternoon. This is a joint work with Gérard Verfailly on dynamic online planning and scheduling. So first, let me introduce a small example to motivate this work. We consider a data download problem for a satellite, which is here. And this satellite must execute acquisition plans which are built on ground. For instance, here the satellite must perform acquisition A, then B, and so on until acquisition G. And the point is that there is an uncertainty about the actual volume of data generated by acquisitions. This implies that for downloads, we have to plan downloads during certain time windows during which ground stations are visible. If we plan downloads on the ground, and if actual volumes are higher than expected, then the download plans may become inconsistent. And on the other hand, if the volumes of acquisitions are lower than expected, then the plans can become suboptimal, because here it would have been possible to download acquisition B during this window. This is why we want to build download plans online. And the other point is that we want to build download plans continuously over the whole mission horizon, which can range from weeks to months or even years of autonomous planning. More precisely, the satellite can receive new acquisition to perform, and new visibility windows of ground stations may be available over the planning horizon. In addition to that, we have to tackle some scheduling constraints. So first, we have a set of temporal constraints, such as download must occur after acquisition. There must be no overlap between download activities. We have resource constraints, for instance, on the level of memory available on board. We have other constraints, for instance, download of some acquisitions are only allowed to certain ground stations. So this was for the constraints. In terms of criteria in such missions, we may have some complex criteria in which, for instance, we may want to perform a hierarchical optimization, because the different acquisitions to be performed may have different priority degrees. We want to download acquisitions as fast as possible, so as to improve the freshness of information. And we may want some fair sharing between the different entities involved in the mission. And we have to take all these points into account in the criterion which we want to optimize. In addition to that, we also have some operational constraints. More precisely, we have a low computing power available on board, and we have a limited reasoning time. And the second point is that due to we have a constraint related to a critical embedded software issue, which is that we do not want any dynamic memory allocation during the whole mission. That is, we are not allowed to create new planning model or new scheduling models during the mission. So to sum up, the planning and scheduling problem which we want to address consists in making continuous decisions in a dynamic environment in which new information can be received, such as the actual volumes of acquisitions. We have a criterion which is not necessarily additive, due, for instance, to the fair sharing between entities. And we need to have a quick synthesis or quick repairs of plans, and without dynamic memory allocations. So some works have been performed in planning to tackle the continuous decision-making problem, but to the best of our knowledge, none of them matches all the constraints that we have. This is why we designed a new scheduling-oriented framework to do that. And this framework is called INCEL for Invariant Constraint-Based Constraint Evaluation Library. In a few words, INCEL results from an integration of several techniques. First, some elements of INCEL, of the framework, are inspired by constraint-based local search, which is a paradigm for combinatorial optimization, which we use for obtaining fast algorithms requiring few memory. So to be more concrete, this would be an example of a model in constraint-based local search. In constraint-based local search, you define some decision variables, b, x, y, which can have certain type. You define a set of invariants, which specify that some variables are functionally dependent of other variables. So for instance here, t must always be equal to x minus y. And on this basis, the model can be represented using a directed acyclic graph of invariants. There must be no cycles so that the variable is not a function of itself. And each invariant has this form. We have on the left part a set of output, and on the right part a set of input, and the output is a function of the input. So we have to manage things like that. And we perform local moves in constraint-based local search by reassigning decision variables and evaluating as incrementally as possible the impact of the decision made on the whole expressions of the DAG of invariants. So this is an existing framework that influenced the development of INCEL. Another framework that influenced the development of INCEL is dynamic CSPs. So dynamic constraint satisfaction problem, which we use for obtaining bounded size models in which some parts of the model can be activated or deactivated depending on the constraints. More precisely, in dynamic CSP, constraints look like this: if P, then the constraints, and this means if this Boolean parameter takes value true, then this constraint becomes active. This is the kind of models manipulated by dynamic CSPs. So we have constraint-based local search, dynamic CSPs, and the last element used is reasoning elements from dynamic STN, dynamic simple temporal networks. So let me recall that an STN is defined by a set of temporal constraints of this form, x minus y belonging to a certain interval. And in dynamic STN, we are allowed to add constraints, to remove constraints, and to update constraints. There is a whole literature on that to do that efficiently. So in INCEL, we combine all these aspects, and we also have some scaling features, such as the notion of variables, the notion of time points, the notion of intervals, an interval being an activity, which is defined by a presence variable, presence in the plan, and 2 time points for the start and the end of the activity. We also have sequences of intervals in INCEL. So we have all these ingredients. For the moment, I did not explain yet how we combine all these elements. We combine these elements using by defining temporal constraints as invariants. So for instance, simple temporal constraints, such as, let's take this example. This is a distance constraint. It is defined as an invariant. So C is the distance constraint, and it is defined as the distance. This invariance means that if this Boolean parameter P is equal to true, then the distance between x and y must be less than the parameter here in input. And as we have constraint-based local search models, this Boolean parameter P can itself be defined by an invariant. These 2 time points x and y can themselves be defined by invariants, and the bound can itself be defined as an invariant. We also have invariant for defining no-overlap constraints, and possibly with setup times. And last, we have invariants for determining automatically the earliest schedule from the specification of an STN. That is, given simple topological constraints after, before, and distance, which are given here, we have an invariant which automatically returns as an output the earliest schedule which respects all these constraints. So to be more concrete, let me show you the model we obtained for the problem presented in the introduction. This is the set of invariants that we have. I'm not going to detail all the invariants. We are going to look instead at the DAG of the invariants. In this DAG, there are some roots. We have different types of roots, two types. Some roots of the DAG are in blue, others are in red. Note in red represents decisions controlled by the planner. For instance, this one, it is a variable describing the window in which acquisition 1 is downloaded. This is the variable giving the visibility window of a ground station in which acquisition A is downloaded. This is the download sequence, the sequence of download intervals of the plan. And these are roots of the DAG of invariants. And the other kind of root is corresponds to parameters of the planning problem. For instance, here, this element gives the start time of every visibility window of the planning horizon. In the DAG, we have a set of elements for corresponding to invariants associated with temporal aspects in yellow here. So we can find after constraint, before constraint, distance constraint, and our STN invariant, which returns as an output the earliest schedule, which satisfies all the constraints. And for instance, if a root of this DAG is updated, then when the DAG of invariants must be re-evaluated, any change in the root can have an impact on the invariants, and these impacts can be propagated and may reach, for instance, the STN invariant. And at the bottom of the DAG, we can find the criterion of the model that we have. This was just to give an informal description of which kind of models we obtain. Next, how do we handle uncertainty and the dynamic aspect using such kinds of model? For the first point, for uncertainty, we use a model predictive control-like approach in which we consider maximum volume for acquisitions, and we repair plan or we replan from scratch as soon as the new information is available, for instance, when a new volume is known. To do that, incel and the model of the previous slide, this one, incel is used just as a library for evaluating constraints and evaluating expressions. We have on top of that, we can easily and quickly implement any local search strategy, such as a non-chronological greedy search, in which we simply take at any step an acquisition which seems the more promising, and we try to put it in the plan, and we do that until the plan is filled as much as possible. In order to plan over weeks, months, or years without changing the incel model, the technique that we use is that at some steps we activate and deactivate constraints. We activate and deactivate acquisitions and visibility windows when they enter or when they leave the rolling planning horizon. We also have special elements in incel to automatically recycle objects. That is, as soon as an object is not used anymore, is not involved anymore in the planning horizon, we may recycle it and we use it with different parameters. For instance, in the model we have a maximum set of acquisitions which can be handled, and at a given time an acquisition A may have some features and it may be recycled and later on have different features. And also we do not renumber the elements of the model when they are activated and deactivated. It is allowed to perform to reduce the work required in terms of re-evaluations of invariants. We performed some experiments over a 1-week scenario for the data download problem. This scenario involves more than 1,000 acquisitions. 2 ground stations, 3 entities among which we must ensure a fair sharing, approximately 100 station visibility windows. So this is the scenario. And now at the level of the model is able to tackle problems with up to 400 acquisitions, which is strictly less than the number of acquisitions of the scenario. 7 visibility windows, which is strictly less than the number of visibility windows of the scenario. And we plan over a 30-minute planning horizon. And with this size-bounded model, we managed to handle this 1-week scenario without creating model or without creating models, new models at a new model at any step. The planner allows to plan from scratch, to build the download plan from scratch in 50 milliseconds. And as for plan repair, it takes us only 6 milliseconds to repair plan when a new volume of an acquisition becomes known. And the planner, in terms of memory size occupied, it occupies approximately 20 megabytes of RAM. And we compare the approach that is a non-greedy search based on Incel with a specific approach defined in another paper, and the result is that with Incel we obtain more acquisitions downloaded, and we improve the age of acquisitions, that is the freshness of information. The key reason being that in Incel we manage the temporal flexibility of plans, whereas this was not the case in this specific implementation for the data download problem. So to sum up, the 3 contributions of this work are as follows. First, we combine constraint-based local search, dynamic constraint satisfaction problems, and dynamic STN in order to obtain a general framework allowing to tackle the mission which we have. Next, we have been able to handle a real case study from the space domain using some knowledge engineering to build the model and to determine how to play with the model, how to activate constraints, deactivate constraints, and so on. And third, we believe that we reduce the gap between, on one hand, generic planners, and on the other hand, critical embedded systems. Because in critical embedded systems, we have some implementation constraints, such as we cannot use the dynamic memory allocation, and we had to deal with this point, and it worked in the end. In the Incel framework, there are other elements which are not detailed in the paper. First, we can manage a more general class of temporal constraints, which are constraints for time-dependent simple temporal networks, in which in time-dependent simple temporal network, the bound here for the distance between 2 time points, the bound is not necessarily a constant, it can be a function of x and y. This is useful to model problems in which the duration of an activity depends on the time at which the activity starts or ends. So we can manage such elements in Incel 2. We have a catalog of invariants in order to define several constraints, like we have set invariants to define argmin elements, or to define, we have invariants also to sort elements automatically. And we also have higher level constraints, which are such that the models obtained in the end are kind of mixed between constraint-based local search models, which can be defined in a tool like Comet, and models which can be used defined in the scheduling part of iLog CP optimizer. And the last point is that Incel has been applied with success to other concrete problems from the space domain, in which we have this, we must handle this continuous planning aspect with dynamic information available during the mission. And there is a demo on this point at the application showcase on observation of electromagnetic activities by agile satellites. And that's it. Thank you.